So I sold the mini bike, and I kind of felt bad because I sold it, because now there's not enough mini bikes around here. So I went ahead and picked up another one to replace it. So I picked up this straight bar Azusa bike that's totally original. It's still got the 3.5 horse Tecumseh on it with everything stock. It has the 6-inch TriStar wheels, which is really cool, instead of the 5s. Still has the original seat. I mean, everything on this bike's original, except for maybe the twist grips and the brake handle, but everything else is pretty much original. Actually, the twist grip possibly could be original, I'm not sure. It even has the original chain guard or clutch guard. So there is one thing that I did to it to make it a little bit faster. I replaced the spring here on the governor arm with a steel rod, so that way it holds the throttle wide open. Basically, it's like zip tying the governor spring. So I was trying to figure out an easy way to make the bike faster without going internal on the engine or swapping out the gearing or stuff like that. So I talked to the mini bike expert, and he said there's an easy way to make the bike a lot faster, and it only takes a couple seconds. He said all you have to do is run diesel fuel in place of the 87 octane, and you'll gain all kinds of speed. The bike will be quicker and faster. So the mini bike expert has never been wrong before with all the other stuff we've done on the channel. So I'll take the Azusa bike out for 0 to 30 and top speed to get a baseline on the bike, and then I'll come back and add the racing fuel or the diesel fuel, and we'll see how much speed we gain. This bike actually runs pretty good without the governor on here. For a stock 3.5 horse. But I'm not sure if I can get a 0 to 30 because I'm not sure it'll do 30. Let's see. I'll stop way back here and see if I can get a 30 out of it. And if I can't, no biggie, I'll just do the top speed. Because after I run the diesel fuel, then it probably will do 30. It'll probably do like 60. Because you know, it's race fuel and all. So let me get this draggy hooked up here. 0 to 30, Azusa bike with a 3.5 horse Tecumseh. Hopefully we'll get 30, we'll see. Oh man, we only got 27. Alright, let me try it way back here. We just need a longer run, that's all. I think it'll get 30. So let's try it again. Second attempt, 0 to 30 with the Azusa bike and the Tecumseh, 3.5 Tecumseh. And it's like a rocket ship. Alright, well, feels like we're doing 30. Zero to 30 in 20.83. So it didn't do 0 to 30, but it did 8th mile time, 20.83. So I'll just see if we can do another 8th mile time, if we can beat that. So now I'll do a top speed and we'll see what happens. Man, this thing's a rocket. Alright, here's where we're going to gain some speed. It's actually pretty decent for a 3.5 horse. Flathead. got a baseline on the bike. It's a rocket ship, probably one of the fastest bikes on the channel. So anyway, it did 32.41 miles per hour and 20.83 in the 8th mile. So now I'll add the race fuel and we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in the rocket fuel, or diesel fuel, race fuel, and we'll see what it does. Here we go, pouring in horsepower. Okay, I think we pretty much got her to the top. So that's at least 50% diesel, maybe 60%. So you figure 60% diesel is 60% more power. I mean, if it was this easy, I would have never modded any of the gas engines. I would have just thrown diesel in them. So now I'll fire this rocket ship up and we'll run all the gas out of the bowl. And then we'll go back out and do the same test and we'll see if we can beat those times. Okay, let's go beat up on 20.83 in the 8th mile. And this thing seems like it runs pretty good with 60% race fuel. Slash diesel fuel. Let me run it down here to the end of the road, just to make sure that we worked out all the gas in the bowl. I was wondering if the carb would automize the diesel, but I guess so. Let's go up here and see if we can get a 0-30 or an 8th mile. No smoke even. With 60% diesel fuel and it doesn't have any smoke. So that'll work. Alright, let me do a 0-30 real quick. Or 8th mile. Let me make sure I have a room for an 8th mile run. Get some satellites here on the draggy. And I'm surprised it's not smoking with all that extra oil in there. Okay, let me see if we can beat 20.83 to the 8th mile. With 60% race fuel. I mean diesel fuel. Same thing. Alright, here we go. 8th mile run. I'll leave it running just in case. It might be hard starting with a diesel, I'm not sure. Alright, we did 20.27. It actually was quicker with 60% diesel to the 8th mile. So we knocked off like a half a second, I think. That's actually a lot. That's surprising. Man, the mini bike expert was right again. So now we'll do a top speed run with 60% diesel fuel. Maybe it's giving it more compression because of the oil in there. I don't know, I'll have to ask the mini bike expert. So let me go run this around. We'll see if we can beat, what was it, 32.41 I think. And it actually feels pretty good now that it's got warmed up. It actually feels really good. Alright, here's where we gained all our speed last time. In this corner down this hill. Seems like it runs pretty good. And I'm surprised this thing idles as good as it does. Like, that carb automizes diesel pretty good. Running down this hill here like I did with the gas, just to make everything even, make everything fair. Now I'll take it back up there and I'll see if it'll restart. I mean, that's a lot of oil in there. Yeah, there's no hesitation or anything. It runs great. Man, I hate to say it, but the Mini Bike Expert was right again. So with the gas tune, or the gas run, on the 8th mile we did 20.83 and 32.41. Then I added 60% diesel fuel, or around about, give or take, and the bike did 20.27 through the 8th mile. So it was like a half a second quicker through the 8th mile, which is quite a bit. And then almost the same top speed, 32.23, I mean, almost identical. So it was surprising that the bike was actually quicker through the 8th mile with the diesel fuel. And I'm wondering if it's because of compression. Maybe it added compression with that oil, extra oil content, but it still had enough gas in there to ignite the mixture. So anyway, I'll see if it'll start back up now after it's set a while or cooled down. Smoke here. Actually got a little bit of smoke, but not too bad. Once it clears itself out, it's got pretty good power still. That's pretty good. So I guess the Mini Bike Expert was right. It actually added power. And I'm surprised that the carb was actually able to automize the diesel fuel, 50 to 60%. That's pretty good.